done streaming directly to YouTube. Look at that. Hold on. Is that working? Is that working? Look at that. I might be live. Once again, look at this. We're still working. Look at that. Hold on. Is that working? Is that why working? Does that keep working? Why does that keep doing that? There. Is that better? Yeah, I think I'm still streaming now. Why? This is so weird. Okay. So, hi. Little glitch again. Welcome. No haters. No haters. Season 2, episode 3. I really need to get a handle on this. I don't know why that's not working like that. So, Bradiful in the chat right now. We've got all kinds of stuff going on. I had all kinds of plans, but they're not working out quite so well. So what we've got right now is me standing here, sitting here, just kind of running off at the mouth for a minute. Because that's what I do. No, sorry, my head is all I've got still preparing. So I guess I'm gonna plug that first. The Fuck Six Side show. April 21st, Las Vegas. It's gonna be off the fucking chain. We got me, we got Fame the HOF, we got Sedusa, we got Crazy K, we've got Maniac, aka Kush for Brains, and of course we've got the man himself, the wicked clown everybody loves to hate, Six Side. Gonna be fucking awesome. 666 show. Smiles Bundy in the house. What's going on, brother? It's my screen keeps going dark and I don't know what the hell is going on here. I'm gonna have to actually make a few more test runs and figure this shit out. So that's going on. And for those of you who will be there or might want to be there or whatever, I have some merch that will be available at the show, only at the show, because limited printing. Okay, good. Gotta figure out which one. But we're gonna have we'll have chaotic neutral hats and we're gonna have chaotic neutral t-shirts. It's gonna be awesome. The Fame HOF in the house. You just heard your you ears were burned or something, brother. Whoop whoop. We got yeah, so it's gonna be fucking awesome. We're gonna have some merch to sell while we're there. Got other things in the works as far as that goes. I've got a lot of music about to pop off. I'm in the final stages of doing the mixing and mastering for some of it. I got a few other things that I'm still recording, and always have other shit going on. This is just, it's a never ending thing. Once you're in the underground, you're in underground for life, and you just can't ever stop. This is, it's almost like a disease. People call it that, like the earworm family, spreading the disease. And that's exactly what we do. It's a good disease, don't get it wrong, but it spreads like a disease. So that's what we do, and that's what we have. In the meantime, okay, so got all that going on. Oh yeah, and I have to say this now. While speaking of earworm family, for those of you who don't know, our good friend, our brother in arms, Maniac Max, passed away last week on Friday. Really sad. There was and is and will be lots of crying. We go to the funeral next week. It's didn't make a whole lot of sense, and it still doesn't. I don't think. It was just like a random thing, the perfect storm. Everything went down all at once, and it wasn't nefarious from what anybody can tell. It was just what it was, natural causes of a sort. If you can cite natural causes for somebody who goes too young. But in any case, our hearts and our love go out to Max's family, and he more than just his family. It's the the earworm family. Everybody is like everybody that knew Max that I know of. He just touched their lives in a big way, and I don't know. Max was a good dude. I've never met anybody that was that. I don't know. You could tell just by talking to him, meeting him for the first time, he was just that pure and that good. When he met Bradiful and I for the first time last year at the garage show down in Rhode Island, Jay and Kiwis, it was an amazing experience to begin with. But when Grim introduced us, immediately literally opened himself up and open arms invited us into his world. And I'm like, I need to just move that because that's just in the way right now. Can't even use it in terms of trying to figure that out. But so anyway, much love and our thoughts and our prayers and everything for Max's family. And we love you, Max. We'll see you on the next one, brother. Much love. We miss you. But anyway, so I don't end up crying and whatever here on a live, because that's just kind of frowned upon. Especially on this, it's not my night. Speaking of which, I'm gonna stop talking in just a minute. I need to send out an invite really quickly to our guest of honor, who will be here in, well, as long as it takes him to get the invite, I guess. Because we have tonight, for those of you who haven't really been paying attention, who haven't seen the promos and everything, we have Humble Among, straight out of New England. Really, really good dude. I call him brother, call him fam. Love the man dearly. I've seen him live perform like 3 times, and he's absolutely amazing on stage. Twice right here in Rutland, good old Vegas, Rutland, Vermont, at Rick and Cat's Howlin' Mouse. And then once he was one of the opening acts for the Ouija Max show out in Manchester, New Hampshire last year, which was really awesome because we went out for my birthday. That was really cool. But he's always hustling. He's another one like Six Side. He's always out there doing things, putting himself out there, always releasing, recording. And he's got a very specific genre, like subgenre, I guess, of ish, but in the underground world, which we will get to in just a minute, as soon as he accepts the invite, assuming he's probably stepped away for a minute, but that's fine. So in the meantime, I can talk a little bit about, so next week we've got America's Most Haunted right here. They just released a video ink with 2HK, excuse me, who will also be on the show at some point within the next couple of months. I'm still working out dates and scheduling for everything. And of course, with the show in Vegas going on, I'm not doing a whole lot else. And see, so what do you think? What do you think? The red and black. I can't. The mirror image has got me all screwed up. I can't mess with it like that. But yep, I got your invite out, brother. I hope I got it to you. Technology is just not working so well today for some reason. I don't know why. Oh wait. Cool. All right. So momentarily we will have Humble Among in the house, and we'll talk to him about all of that. So yeah, we've got the Fuck Six Side show, and I'm going to be doing. Oh, he's kind of here. I will be hopefully. I'm going to try and stream at least some of it and record as much of it as I can. So we're going to have that available. And hey, what's going on?
What up?
Oh, and we can both see and hear each other this time. Isn't that awesome?
Why it's so important to test things, kids.
Yeah, that was almost kind of bad.
Yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good thing we tested that shit out, huh?
Yeah, I had to it won't let me use my mic, and I don't know why. It just won't register it for some reason. It says it's there, the test goes fine, but then it doesn't work.
Yeah, it was. I had to rejoin and like do the settings from inside like the home screen to find my webcam. That's why my shit wasn't connecting initially there.
Oh yeah, that'll do it. See, I can't find my webcam. I have one somewhere. I'm actually just going off the one on my back right now because it's the only one I can find. I'm a little disorganized sometimes. Try not to be, but
Word up. I'm copying and pasting the link to a few things here.
Gotcha.
So how's it going, man?
It's going. It's been busy. If I'm not working, I'm working, and if I'm not working, I'm working.
Word. Yeah, I feel that. I was just filming a music video before coming on here, and worked a whole my regular day job shift and shit, and I'm gonna be prepping files to put on Bandcamp for Bandcamp Friday stuff going on tomorrow. I'm gonna have some t-shirts, humbleamong.bandcamp.com, some limited t-shirts of sizes that are left. I'm gonna throw up on Bandcamp. So if you guys want the shit that I have left of the green design with the alien head, go to humbleamong.bandcamp. You can see that shit, and I'm not going to describe the fucking designs, but I'll have 3 designs up. Very limited sizes left. There's not a lot of sizes left, but I'll have the sizes that are left up on there, and you can cop those shits. Only on that Friday, only on April 1st, you will be able to cop that shit tomorrow. And I have a new t-shirt design coming soon, a pink shirt that will be on there as well for pre-orders. I've been slacking on the pre-orders for this fucking shirt. I need to actually put the damn orders in, but I'm going to give one last push for it. So if you want to get a new shirt in, there's this fresh pink shirt design I'm going to have up, as well as April Fools, the EP with Shaggy the Airhead will be up as well tomorrow on all streaming services tomorrow. I should mention, should be on Spotify, iTunes, Tidal, whatever you listen to, Apple Music, YouTube Music, Google Music, whatever kind of music you like to listen to, it'll be on that shit.
Hell yeah. I'm definitely going to be listening to that on my way to work in the morning.
Hell yeah, man. I hope you like it. It's different, that's for sure. Shaggy sent me some fucking, Shaggy the Airhead's an interesting producer. He has some really wavy shit, and I definitely picked some really interesting ones to rap over. It's some weird shit, man. I'm excited for people to hear it.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear it. I'm always excited to hear new stuff anyway, but you're another one. You put out stuff so much.
Thank you. I pride myself on my output.
And it's always awesome. So there's a good segue. You kind of already interviewed yourself on the disc the upcoming album a little bit.
Yeah, of course. I got to get my shit off, brother. I got to get my shit in.
No, I ain't mad at you, brother. It's all good. So let's kind of segue into, you tend to have a theme, and your theme happens to be a theme. You with the exception of 2 that I know of, and correct me if I'm wrong, every album you've released up until now has been holiday themed.
No, that's not true. A bunch of them are holiday themed, but there's little sprinklings in between. Usually there's a full album at least a year that's not holiday themed. Like in 2021, well, actually, let's see here. 2021 was last year. So last year was Wonderland. I did a kids album, Wicked Shit Kids album, which is actually more of a story of my personal journey through life. And really, my personal journey over the past couple of years, and just used it as a metaphor for this sort of twisted Alice in Wonderland style tale of like going to a place that I invented all my own.
Okay.
But using that as a metaphor for self-realization, realization, and yeah, it's some weird shit, man. It's some weird shit. I would highly recommend people checking it out. I only call it a kids album, by the way, because I don't swear on it. It was a writing exercise that I gave myself because I noticed the songs I was making for that album, I just, for whatever reason, I wasn't swearing. And I was like, that's weird. And so I almost like, I made an April Fool's joke of it last year, by the way, that I was making a Wicked Shit Kids album. Now, I made an April Fool's joke, but I was being serious with that April Fool's joke. So that was almost like a joke within a joke, because I did indeed release a kids album, if you will. Not to explain my weird shit, but I do be planning shit out and I don't know, sort of plotting things out, if you will, a little bit. And there's some overlapping of the themes. The holiday things are really more like just shit I do for fun. It started with the Halloween shit because I'm a big fan of the Insane Clown Posse. And if heads don't know, there's something that the Insane Clown Posse do called Hallowicked, where every year they give out a piece of music. They do a special show and they give out a piece of music. This started way back in the 90s when they gave out cassette tapes. So I called my shit Halloween Tape as a shout out to the Insane Clown Posse giving out Dead Pumpkins on a cassette tape almost 30 years ago. God damn. So that's where that started. And so I continued that, and I made a Christmas tape, and then I made a Valentine tape, and now I'm making an April Fool's project, which isn't really it's an EP. It's not really a full-on tape. I'm kind of breaking the tape format that I've set up for myself, but it is holiday themed nonetheless. But yeah, I guess that's the best way I could explain it. I don't know why I do these holiday themes, other than the best way I can explain it to you is that it's a deadline I set for myself, because I know that holiday is coming up and I know I have to drop my shit because I've already set myself up to drop that shit. So it really kicks me in the ass and it makes me work. And it makes me finish things, more importantly, because you can work on things for fucking ever, but it's that finishing shit part and releasing it part that's the extra step that a lot of people don't take. And by the way, there's a fucking song on my new record, April Fool's, about that, called Prove It. Listen to that song. It's called Prove It. And it's a challenge to all you artists out there to make your shit better, God damn it. Anyway, I'm really on my shit tonight, aren't I?
Yeah, no, this is cool. You're being you, brother, and that's what we want.
I'm talking my shit, damn it.
Exactly. That's the whole purpose behind this, is for people to get to know you better. If they're watching this to begin with, they know who I am. And
Facts.
So but yeah, that's awesome. So I misspoke a little bit. I guess I phrased that wrong. I have the two that I know of that I've heard that I've actually had the opportunity to listen to were Fear of a Whack Planet and Wonderland.
Yeah.
The rest that I see, that whatever. So I guess my point there was more not this is all you do, but it
is a big part of what I do. That you're not wrong. You're not wrong, my guy.
It's a recurring theme that nobody else really has. People have already. They always like. ICP. Well,
there's a lot of
Hallowicked, and people do Halloween, or people do this, or people do that, or a single or something. But I haven't seen really anybody consistently do.
Well, I've taken it to an obsessive compulsive level. That's for sure. I've definitely done that.
Well, it's working.
Thank you. Thank you. I hope people honestly, I'm at a very small level still. And I hope people start to notice. It seems like this thing is growing, which is fresh to me. I think a lot of people are going to listen to it, but the new project, because Shaggy the Airhead produced it, obviously. And I hope a bunch of people like that shit. My shit is weird. Don't get me wrong. My shit's fucking really weird. It takes a lot of people a little bit to get used to my voice. I guess not a criticism, but it's something that people say to me. It's like, bro, like it takes me a little bit to get into your voice, but once I do, like, oh my God, I'm into that shit. Like I've heard that multiple times. So I get it. I know I make weird shit, but I make that shit on purpose because that's what I want to hear. That's what I hear in my head when I'm thinking of art to make, the art that I want to make. I'm trying to make it as close as it sounds in my head. If that makes any sense to creative types out there.
Yeah, well, it makes complete sense to me because I do the
Thank you.
same thing. It's what when I write, I write with a beat and an arrangement and everything in my head as I'm thinking about this, as the music, as the verses are coming to me or the hook or whatever. And a lot of times I'll have a video going on in my head at the same time.
Yeah, some visuals type of thing going on.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah. So no, I get all that completely. Very completely. All right, cool. So you talked a little bit about April Fools. It's coming out tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
So let's back up just a little bit to the last Valentine's.
Oh, and also, wait, 1 second. Also, the homie Ouija Mac has an album coming out tomorrow. Fallen Angelic. Go listen to the homie Ouija Mac's album as well. Let me get that shit off real quick. Chapter 17 up in this bitch.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, that was awesome because, like I said, I've had the pleasure, the opportunity, the honor of seeing you 3 times live.
Thank you.
Twice right here in Rutland.
Yes, sir. RIP, by the way, RIP the Howlin' Mouse. I don't know if you heard, but it seems like that dude is shut the doors on the Howlin' Mouse. I think he's gonna.
That sucks.
Yeah, it does suck, bro. We never got to go to a fucking rock show there. That fucking sucks. But it does seem like he's gonna try to do something else from the post that I saw. But I gotta get that off. RIP the Howlin' Mouse, man. That was a dope little venue we got to do a couple of rap shows at in Rutland, Vermont. In case anyone that doesn't know is curious what the fuck we're talking about here.
Yeah, no fucking doubt. All right, I gotta take these off for a minute. The glare is bugging. As you can see, I don't know how the fuck.
Oh, you got the
you live
suntan. Here,
so you know what the weather has been like. I got a sunburn.
Is it windburn maybe though?
Well,
from the cold fucking. Oh man, maybe it is a sunburn.
Yeah, it was like 60 today.
This motherfucker getting a tan in the winter. Oh, I guess it is spring technically, right?
Oh yeah, it is, isn't it?
Technically, it is spring. Hey,
cool. I'm happy with that. This same thing I keep saying about Mother Nature in Vermont. There's nothing else to do but drink and fuck. What makes anybody think Mother Nature is different? So she's drunk and pregnant all the time.
Well, I don't drink anymore, but I definitely do that second part. So yeah, shouts out to that second part.
So you get the idea though.
Oh yeah.
The weather up here, as you well know, is so fucked up.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong, I used to drink a lot in the winter. And honestly, when I got sober, it was one of my big fears of like, what the fuck? Like, how am I gonna deal with winter not being able to drink booze? Because it does warm you up and shit. But you know what? I just had to man up and get through that goddamn winter without booze. And no, I am sober. I talk about it pretty openly. But I don't judge anyone who like can drink responsibly and shit. You know what I mean? I could not drink responsibly. That's why I fucking don't drink anymore.
Yeah, that's a good reason to not. I've heard that from a lot of people. It's like I'm one of those. I like to have a drink. I like to have a beer, whatever. I don't have.
Yeah, motherfuckers can have a good time and like not make it a bad time and shit.
More often than not, it's not even like a good or bad time. It's like I get home and I'm sitting on the couch and I smoke a bowl and I have dinner and I have a drink and I get about halfway through the drink and I'm snoring on the couch.
Yeah. So it's just like a routine thing almost, right?
Sometimes, when it happens, yeah, it's just a part of the night, especially like weather is warming up. Days are getting longer. So like today, last 3 days in a row, I've been down in Bennington until like 6, 5:30, 6 o'clock, depending.
Word.
So yeah, one day was like 6:30. I didn't even get home till like 8.
Just doing the work grind.
Yeah,
Word.
yeah,
Late
playing in
days.
traffic.
Yeah, late days. Late days, my guy. See, that's why you
Yeah,
got the tan then. That's why you got the tan.
exactly.
Yeah,
But
facts. Yeah, got to get the bread, bro. You got to do the day job grind. I got to do the day job grind still too, man. I think a lot of artists out there do and don't like to talk about it. I'm pretty open about the fact that I got to do a fucking day job, but I hope that one day I can quit that motherfucking day job and support myself off of this creative shit that I'm doing. And that's honestly my dream with this shit, is just to be able to support myself. I know, wild dream, be creative and support yourself. But that, hey, I'm trying. I'm trying. That's all I can say.
yeah, no, that's not so wild, because actually I've been saying the same thing to Bradful. I tell her at least once a week we'll have this discussion. I'm like, and I already know, I've already got planned out how I'm going to do it, because when I can make roughly as much money in a month or whatever time period doing this as I do in my day job, my job, then I'm going to quit my job because
Yeah.
I don't want to play in traffic for the rest of my life. I'm very well aware of the pitfalls and the perils involved. And, while I'm perfectly content and secure in my abilities, my respect for other people's driving drops daily. Let's
I
just put it
bet.
that way.
Yeah, it's gotta be a rough gig, bro. I bet you see a lot of dumb shit with drivers. Speaking of dumb shit with drivers, I'll throw myself under the bus. I hit another car earlier today, so I'm a dumb driver too. So why am I talking shit? I'm a dumbass driver. I hit a parked car too, like an idiot,
Oh shit.
backing up like a moron. So
I
yeah, I'm a dumb driver too.
I did that. I hit my ex-wife's car years ago when we were still married. We were having a fight and I had to take the kids somewhere, and I was pissed off and I backed into her car.
Yeah, I didn't do it on purpose, man. I was just being a moron. Didn't see it on a narrow ass street trying to back up out of a homie's driveway and fucking hit a homegirl's door and felt really awful about it. Still feel awful about it. It's at least no one's hurt and it was just a dumb fucking a dumb accident.
Yeah, definitely. It could definitely be worse. For real, for real.
Yeah.
But you can't even imagine some of the stupid shit I've
Oh,
seen.
I can imagine some of it, but I bet the shit that you actually have seen is like wild. Like have you seen like drunk drivers and shit? I would assume like that's what I would imagine.
Probably it's hard to tell sometimes because some people just can't drive for shit to begin with.
Yeah,
And there's
facts.
a lot of people out there driving who are too damn old to drive and just need to put
Ooh,
up
he
their
said it.
keys.
He's getting
I have
ageist.
no
He's
problem
getting
saying,
ageist on this shit.
well, and
I'm playing. I'm playing. I'm playing.
no, I know. And there's people who can, I mean, there's older people who have no problem driving. They drive very well still for however old they are. But I see people out there all the time and you laugh about it because it's like a cartoon, but you got grandma can barely see over the steering wheel and she's doing
Yeah.
this and she's wearing those stupid blackout glasses. Need to take her license away. Sorry, just
Yeah.
saying. Because she's also going to be the one to almost run me over and then stop and roll down her window and say, I'm so sorry. I couldn't see you. You were blending in with whatever. And I'm out there in bright yellow. What was I blending in with? But, whatever.
Yeah.
In any case, yeah, no. So, yeah, we use our day jobs to fuel. I hesitate to call it a hobby because it's really not. I mean, I guess it kind of is until it starts making money, technically, but it's more than that because it's a way of life. It's a lifestyle.
I mean, I'll be straight up. I've been
Art.
doing this shit for a long time, man. A lot of people don't realize how long I've been making music because I don't really like talk about it. But I've been making music fucking since I was like 14 years old. I've been making music for over 20 years at
Damn.
this point. I'm old as fuck. I'm gonna be 37 this year. Um, so I've been making music for a really long time under different names. I used to make music under the name Pug back in the day. That was my first rap name. I was making horrorcore music when I first started, and then I became super pretentious, and I fucking thought I could be like a super lyrical miracle rapper for a little bit, and then I thought I could be maybe like an emo rapper for a little phase there, and then there's probably a little phase where I was like a what they would call a cloud rapper probably for a little phase, and then I kind of like rounded the corner again, and I just discovered the wicked shit all over again, man. And I just fell in love with the same shit that I started rapping all over again. Um, and yeah, full circle, right, dog? And here I am. And you know, one of the big things was me going to my first ICP show, which I'm an old school ICP fan. I'm an old school juggalo from back in the day, but I fell out of that shit for a long time, man. I was not a fan after this album right here dropped. You see this album?
Nice. Yes.
When that shit dropped, dog, I was not a fan of Thy Unveiling. Um, I'm a huge fan of this album now. That's why you see me rocking this shirt and shit. But at the time, nah, man, I felt, you know, I have a very complicated relationship with God or the being known as God or whatever the fuck. Very complicated without going too far into it. I basically blame God for the death of my mother. Hey, isn't that fun? But so because of that shit, I don't know. I have a complicated relationship with God. And when they said that the carnival is God, as like I guess I was like still a teenager essentially. I was like, nah, fuck that shit, dog. Fuck that shit. And I really kind of violently rejected ICP for a while after that. But I came all the fuck the way back around because, you know, that shit was so magical when I was a teenager. And I really felt, you know, I was really kind of a lonely kid. Didn't have a lot of friends. There was no juggalo friends or anything. I had my one homie, Andy, who was kind of into this juggalo shit, kind of sort of into this juggalo shit. But I really didn't have any fucking friends who were into this shit. And, you know, you would be fucking outcasted pretty fucking hard for liking some weird shit like ICP. I mean, you still kind of are now, I guess. It's more, I would say it's more accepted now, but I was looked at as a real fucking weirdo, man. A lot of people probably still think I'm a real fucking weirdo, but like straight up, it made me feel like I belonged somewhere. And you know, that full circle thing, like we were just saying. So I go to my first ICP show in 2000 and fucking, what was it, 2017, 2018. And it was like seeing like it was like finding a part of myself. And then after that, I went to the Gathering in 2019. And once again, it was like finding another part of myself. And I feel like every time I've gone to an ICP show, it's like I find another part of myself or some shit, bro. It's fucking magic. I love the clowns. I don't know. The shit's really deep to me and really personal to me, you know? I don't know. I'm ranting at this point, brother. I don't know what to say.
No, you're good. I'm just letting you go. It's cool. No, and I understand that because I'm a fairly new juggalo, but I'm like Bradiful's been, except Bradiful's been since the beginning, since before they were ICP. You know, but
He was
when it
talking. Was that her talking about dog beats in the chat
yeah,
here? Facts.
yeah,
That's freshness, man.
long, yeah, she's been to 10 different gatherings.
Whoop whoop.
It's
That's what's up, man. I hope I can get those numbers up, man. I was too young to go to the first gathering, way too young. And I like I said, I fell out of the shit for so long. I fucking regret not going to so many of those gatherings. There's so much history I missed, man. And I feel like I'm catching up. But you know, that's one of the cool things about falling out of this fandom is like I have this whole like era of like catching up to do. And like some of that shit is so fresh to me still because I didn't consume it when it first came out, you know what I mean? So there's still stuff I'm like wading through that I'm like, damn, I haven't really listened to this one so heavy. But like there's obviously the Joker cards at this point I've listened to super fucking heavy, but you know the little side projects and shit. Like I was listening to some Killjoy Club the other day, and like goddamn, there's some verses on there that go so stupid fucking hard, man. That like I kind of sleep on that project. I don't think about that project as one I should pop in all the time. But yeah, man, I don't know. I'm just ranting about the clowns. I'm just a fucking huge fan of this shit, man. And that's like what brought me back to the Wicked shit really hardcore. And Ouija Mac. I gotta give Ouija a lot of credit for this shit too. Because I'm a huge fucking Ouija fan. He definitely gave me like almost like somewhat of a permission, if that makes any sense, to be yourself a little bit more in this shit. And like it's okay to talk about like some of this juggalo shit in my music, because I was always very afraid to even like admit I was a juggalo. Like even when I was considering myself a juggalo back in the day, like first starting, man, like I don't know, I was very like afraid to admit that shit. Is sort of weird as that is to say now, because I'm very open and proud of that shit now. Like yeah, I don't know, ranting, straight ranting on the Chaotic Neutral show.
You're
here
fine, brother. It's all good. I get it. Things are everything really these days is more accepted. Just I think part of it, I mean, get to it however we get to it. I think unfortunately a lot of it's because people are scared to not let things be accepted, because we bubble wrap society. We say, oh, it's not okay to do this, and you can't say that, and you can't do this, and you have to call this, and you have to call this that. But it kind of works in our favor to a point. I've always been right there, you know, like I don't care if you accept me for who I am or not. This is who I am, and this is what I am. Like back in the day when I was a kid, I was a thrasher. We were the juggalos of the day, because back in the 80s, you know, it was metal was just getting its legs underneath it, and it wasn't nearly as mainstream or widespread as it is now. And we were the thrashers, you know, we were the ones with the metal t-shirts wearing black slash jeans and shit, and everybody went, oh, you're gross, you're the poor kid, you're this, you're that.
Scrub life.
Yeah, we were the fucking scrubs and shit. But you know, even now, and I've said this before, if you go to a metal show, you go and you get in the pit, everybody's bouncing around, it's violent as fuck. If somebody goes down, everybody stops dead, picks them up, makes sure they're okay. If they're not, they get them out of the pit. If they are, they stay in, and then they just go back at it. You know, it's like a family, it's like a brotherhood, like the juggalo community. You don't have a whole lot of fights and shit at metal shows. They do exist, they do happen. I'm not going to say they don't, but 1 year working for the company I'm working for now, they also have the other part of the company. It's like the wife owns the concert service, which does security and parking,
Yeah.
whatever, for events, and the husband owns the flagging service, which is the one I actually work for. Well, GMCS, they were looking for people over in Scotticoke, New York, to park for Country Fest. I'm like, all right, cool. You know, it's parking. I'll be out in the country. I'm not a big country fan, but you know, it's nice. It's a nice drive, and you know, I'll be out in the parking lot, and I won't have to. I saw some really cool shit. I saw some really weird shit. I saw so many people starting fights. It was absolutely ridiculous. You put country fans, beer, and music in one spot. That many of them, so many fights break out. Doesn't happen at a metal show. Doesn't happen at an ICP show.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, we're all brothers. We're all family. But country, and everybody frowns on ICP and underground rap and horrorcore, and everybody frowns on metal because, oh, it's so violent and it's so this and it's so that. Okay, explain why country music you've got so many more fights and so much more violence.
I mean, I definitely agree. And, you know, that's a lot of people just don't like you were talking about people judging horrorcore and underground rap. I like that subject because, you know, people really don't understand the wicked. I don't like the term horrorcore as much. I like to call it the wicked shit. People do not understand the wicked shit, in my opinion, like at all. And this album is a great example of that shit, man. The shit they're talking on
Yeah.
Shangri-La is a great example of the true meaning of the wicked shit, if you will. If you go to my YouTube, Humble Among on YouTube, I clipped out a section of a recent ICP Twitch stream where they were talking about Carnival of Carnage with Isham as their special guest, right? And Isham was basically kind of laying down some just laying down some opinions on the wicked shit. And I thought that shit was just really fascinating. And that motherfucker is the godfather of the wicked shit as far as I'm concerned, Isham. And I just really do think a lot of people misunderstand what you can be doing with this genre, the amount of different things you can be doing. A lot of people kind of do the same old shit. And I like to pride myself as an artist in this genre who does not do the same old shit. In fact, I'm pretty fucking different than most of these horrorcore motherfuckers out here. I'm way different, but that's also because of, like you just did, that circle, that journey I took to come full circle and come back to it again. I look at it a different way because I've tried all these different other things that weren't me, weren't the art form that I really was meant to be doing. And I truly believe that this shit is what I was meant to be doing. And that's why I do this shit. And I'm not ever going to stop because I've been doing it for so long. That's what I was bringing up earlier, man. Like I've been doing this shit just for fun for so long, and it's still fucking fun for me. I don't know if you can call it a hobby because I just do this shit. You know what I mean? Like, is breathing a fucking hobby? I don't think breathing's a hobby. I just kind of do this shit at this point. I mean, that's a dull ass fucking hobby though, bro. If that like to me, like I honestly, I need hobbies. You know what I mean? Like I kind of spend too much time obsessing over music shit sometimes. I need to like learn to chill out and read some more again and play video games. Those are fucking hobbies. You know what I mean? Like art is art. I don't look at my shit as a hobby. I look at my shit as art. I make art. I'm an artist. So that's, I don't know. I'm once again just ranting on your fucking stream, dog. So if you got questions, just drop some questions there on my ass and get me grounded here, dog. What the fuck?
All right, so let's go with where we've touched on things that I hadn't even thought to ask.
Yeah, I know. I'm all over the place tonight, man. I'm all over the place. It's been a
kind
of a weird day. Kind of a weird day. I've been kind of like
I've heard that
all over the place.
Yeah, Bradford was saying that earlier. It wasn't a bad day. It was just a weird day.
Like I feel like a lot of shit has been going to. Dog, what the fuck? The homie just sent me the wildest graphic. Sorry, I'm getting graphics for the April Fool's stuff sent to me right now. And the homie Adam Sprague just sent me the wildest graphic on my phone. And I can't wait to look at that shit after we get off this. Needless to say, April Fool's CDs will be dropping soon too. I guess I can go ahead and announce that too, because I kind of just said it on the stream.
Yeah, kind of.
So April Fool's CDs coming soon as well. We're designing the shit right now.
Awesome.
Oh, and I got to give some love to my man. Let me give some love to my homies real quick while I'm on here, man, because I just talked about Adam. Let me talk about Adam motherfucking Sprague. Adam Sprague is an artist that has done all of my covers. Shit, man. Going back to Halloween Tape 2 is the first time I hit up Adam to do covers for me. And he's done every cover except for Christmas Tape 1 since then. He's done every cover for me and he kills it every single time. He gets my vision, man. He really gets my vision for the shit that I want to fucking, because I'm not an artist visually. I'm an audio artist. And I guess I am a visual artist because I do YouTube videos, but I'm not like an artist as far as graphics. You know what I mean? So I need help with that shit. And my homie Adam is so fucking good with that shit. And he kills it every time. Go check out my covers. If you don't even want to listen to my shit, go to fucking Spotify and just look at the beautiful artwork right there. That's a great example. There's Halloween Tape 3. Halloween Tape 3. That's a parody of Season of the Witch, which we called Season of the Bitch. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I know I'm very funny. But he kills that shit every time, man. And I just got to give him some love. I also got to give some love to my homie, Michael, AKA Then What, who does so many of my beats. He's the guy who produced all of Wonderland, produced a big chunk of a lot of my projects, man. I got to give some love to that dude. He's directed a bunch of my videos. Let me give some love to my homie Kosuke. That's my dude right there. That's my dude. I love Kosuke. That's my homie. He's like my little brother. He's like my son or something, man. I love that dude. I got to give some big shouts out to Kosuke. He's in Dallas right now for WrestleMania weekend, and he's giving the big fuck you to WrestleMania, and he's going to GCW shows only. He's not even going to fucking WWE. He's going to GCW shit. That dude is so fresh. Shouts out to Kosuke. Go listen to his music. He is so fresh. I got to give a big shout out to Devereaux and Darby O'Trill, some motherfuckers in the horrorcore scene who I really fuck with heavy. God damn. Who else can I shout out real quick? God damn. Chaotic Neutral. Let's shout out Chaotic Neutral in this bitch. This is a fucking supportive ass dude who goes to fucking shows and really supports motherfuckers, man. This is a good dude right here on this stream. Thank you, Chaotic Neutral, for supporting fucking local music and the horrorcore scene and everything, man. You're a fucking good dude.
Well, thank you. Much appreciated, brother.
Yeah, no problem, dog. No problem.
That's, yeah. Awesome. So, shout outs out of the way. There's one thing I was going to get to. And, you know, if I put you on the spot, I apologize.
Put me on the spot. Put me on the spot.
We kind of touched on this once before, and you were like, yeah, I may or may not tell you about this. Ask me on a live.
Yeah, fuck it. What did I say? I don't remember this. Tell me.
Origin story.
Origin story. I kind of went into
it.
Oh, for Humble Among?
Yes.
Oh. Ooh, can I throw myself under the bus like this? Let me think if I can think of a safe way to tell this story.
Okay, so it's that kind of story.
So one time I was in an altered state of mind, right? And I had a lot of really crazy thoughts about the world and about myself. And I kind of came up with this name. Humble Among Kings was the name at the time. Now, it was very much a thing of like thinking about class and like classism and ideas like this. The other phrase that came out of this experience, if you will, was the phrase, the answer is simpler than you think. Now, the answer is simpler than you think is something that I've was almost a mantra of mine for a long time. Now, Humble Among Kings was a brief rap name for me in the MySpace days. Now, when people started to migrate away from MySpace, people started making Twitter accounts, right? And with Twitter, there was a limit to the name. You couldn't only have a certain amount of characters. So you know what I did, dog? I dropped the Kings. And you know why? I'm really glad I did that shit, because Humble Among Kings is an okay name. It's got a nice ring to it. But Humble Among is a weird ass name. People get confused by that name. And I can be humble among anything. You know what I mean? I'm humble among everything, if you will. I'm humble among it all. Not just a fucking bitch ass king, not just some fucking, not some ruler on his throne judging motherfuckers with his golden king hat. Fuck that motherfucker. Fuck a king. I'm humble among everything, bitch. So yeah, that's the story. It was because of Twitter.
Because of Twitter. That's cool. That's definitely the first time I've heard that. Awesome.
Yeah, I've never told that story on anything, I don't think.
Wow. Well, I am honored.
Hey, no problem. Exclusives. We're dropping exclusives. April Fool's CDs. The Humble Among Origins name origin story. I talked about my dead mom. There's always got to get that in. R.I.P. Debbie. Miss you, Mom. Miss you every day.
Yeah, we got a lot of that going on in this show. We're missing a whole lot of people and things.
Yeah, bro. That's, and let me talk some real shit here, on some other exclusive shit I've never talked about on a live stream. This is why the phrase "call your mom" hits different for me, because I lost my mom when I was 7 years old, and I miss my mom like a motherfucker, for real. And so when at the gathering, motherfuckers be like, "Call your mom," and I'm like, "Yeah, call your fucking mom, dog. Call your fucking mom." You know what I mean? On some real shit.
Yeah, I can see that. Ding. Ding, fries are done. I'm smart enough to shut off the sounds on my computer, so I keep having random dings.
Hey, don't worry about it. No sell that shit.
Yeah.
That's some freshness dings that you added into the stream on purpose, god damn it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Exactly
No sell
totally
that shit.
Meant that shit just to fucking confuse people.
Hey, I got this fucking box up here that is on my wall, this fucking useless piece of electronics that clicks randomly during my streams, and I always shout out the box every time it clicks. I work that shit into my streams. I feel like you got to embrace mistakes and fuck ups, if you will, sometimes, you know what I mean, and like not look at them as fuck ups and look at them as like almost accidents on purpose. I don't know, or gifts from the universe, if that makes any sense. When I was filming, I'm really just ranting all over the place at this point, bro, but I'm sorry. But when I was filming some music videos the other weekend with the homie Idos, another Vermont hip hop artist from like up north in Burlington area.
Hook me up with him, because that's not one I know.
You would like Idos, I believe. Idos is a dope dude. He's got a group with another homie, Crypto Man. They got a group called Jinx Inc. I think you would like Jinx Inc. as well. I'll hook you up with Idos. But anyway, I was filming some stuff with Idos, and he was very dead set on getting things a certain type of way on camera. And some fresh shit happened during one of our first takes that was completely on accident. I won't go into specifics because I don't know if it'll even be used in the music video, but some fresh shit happened where something I did with the camera coincided perfectly with his vocal. And when I showed him that shit back, he was like, "Bro, how the fuck did you know how to do that?" And I could have been mad pretentious and fronted and be like, "Dog, I'm just that good." You know what I mean? But the truth is, I didn't know how to do that. The universe, for whatever reason, told me to get up at that moment and change that shot. And it coincided perfectly with something he said. And that's just some happy accident shit. So you gotta look at sometimes some shit that the universe is doing as being like not necessarily a loss or a bone or staleness points. That shit is maybe in the long run, that's going to be some freshness points for you.
No doubt.
Especially if you keep putting freshness out into the universe. I'm a big believer in karma and good energy, and putting good energy out into the universe and getting that good energy back. If you notice on my YouTube, I don't focus on negativity like ever. Like I don't focus on juggalo drama a little bit. I'll talk about some twisted shit a little bit because some of that twisted shit is mad interesting to me, but I'm not dwelling on that twisted shit. I'm not dwelling on the divide or whatever the fuck. Like, and truth be told, I want that shit to heal. I would like those dudes to be like friends again. And for me to be able to see Dark Lotus at the gathering of the Juggalos, and for me to be able to be psychopathic motherfucking riders all rag the fuck up at gathering of the Juggalos. I want to see that kind of shit, man. But you know what? Sometimes shit happens in relationships with people and they can't fucking fix that shit, and that's okay too. So if that shit is not fixable, that's okay. But I don't think it is not fixable. I think that shit is very fucking fixable. And I don't know. I think it might take 10 years, but we'll see them be homies again, I think. Maybe not though. Maybe I'm fucking wrong. Maybe it is, like I said, unfixable, and it'll be like, nah, fuck those dudes for life.
Yeah, it'll be nice. I think, and I think I've had this Yeah, Buzzkill's got the right idea in the chat. Buzzkill Odium. That divide drama is high school shit.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely, it really truly is. But uh,
I
kind
mean,
of to go
grown men
along with
sit down
that,
and talk about the differences.
yeah. Well, I've seen it progress just in the time that I've been in Juggalo. I've seen it progress from all right, well, there's a divide and they're just not hanging out with each other anymore. And occasionally you hear something that might be a jab, but it's kind of ambiguous and
Oh man, but
vague and whatever.
that
And it's
outshine song, that's not ambiguous. That shit is
that's
very
what I'm.
specific.
Well, my point is, yeah, it's grown and it's
Oh,
gotten
I'm
more
sorry. I'm sorry to
intense.
interrupt your point. I'm sorry,
No,
my
no,
man.
you're fine. You're fine. This is over the course of like the last 4.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's been I started listening to all the back stuff and it was all good. And every once in a while I'd hear something that was like that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, but okay, maybe not. Could have just been coincidence. And then it progressed to where ESN came out and honestly, I don't even really listen to it. I have a physical copy of it and I don't even really listen to it. It's on my phone, I think, but I don't
Which
look
one? I'm
for it.
sorry. What did you say? Which one?
ESN, East Side
Oh,
Ninja
East Side
with
Ninjas.
without
See,
Shine. Yeah.
see, Outshine. I listened to that because I was gonna review that album. I was gonna I listened to it to review it on my YouTube and shit, right? And I got to Outshine, and I was like, bro, what the fuck? Like, this is mad fucked up. This is like, I don't know. This is out of pocket. Like, this ain't right. And so I ended up talking about that instead, just talking about that song. And I never even finished that record. I'll be straight up. I turned that record off after that song because I was just like disgusted. And you know what happened, bro? I couldn't listen to Twisted after that shit. I only just, fuck, dog. 2 weeks ago, I listened to Most Tasteless in the car. And that was the first time I've listened to Twisted since Outshine came out. For real.
Yeah, I kind of stopped listening, not necessarily stopped listening to them because they're on my phone more often than not. If I'm in the truck or the car, it's just on shuffle and shit'll come up and that's good.
I
But I
like
don't.
those dudes. Don't get me wrong. I like
Oh
those
yeah,
dudes. I think unfortunately they got some problems, but who doesn't have some problems? You know what I mean?
yeah,
I
yeah.
think and you know, I was saying this on my stream, dog. I was saying this for so long on my stream. What needs to happen, I was saying this exact thing. What needs to happen, the first step that needs to happen is one of those dudes needs to apologize to not go for the gathering. And you know what just happened like a couple of months ago? Monoxide apologized for not going to the gathering. So I don't know if those motherfuckers watched my shit or if he just realized like, oh, this is the right thing to do. But I was saying that shit on multiple streams, man. I said that shit on a few fucking occasions that's what needs to happen for growth to really happen. And that shit, that's the first step for real. But ICP has to be receptive to that shit, and they were not receptive to that shit at all.
No,
So
Shaggy just straight
he
up
laughed it
fucking
off
dissed
basically.
him.
Yeah, he's like,
He called him pathetic. I
yeah.
watched it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, no, dude. Well, okay, to go along with
He
that.
said you made that decision basically, and that's now
Yes.
it sucks. You got to live with that. You got to live in that whackness or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, well, it's
live in
gotten
that
to
staleness.
the point. It's gotten to the point where I don't know how many people have noticed this, but and I don't remember exactly what track it was, but it was on the new album. It was on Yum Yum Bedlam. They had one of the tracks right in the beginning. If you listen really close, because I listened to it and I was like, that beat sounds awfully familiar.
Boondocks track, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you listen close right in the beginning, you
right,
can
I
hear
jacked your
Shaggy
shit,
saying, I'm
bitch.
taking my shit back.
Nah, that's Jay. That's Jay
Oh,
saying
that's
that
Jay?
shit. Yeah.
Okay, well,
That's Jay.
whichever one. It's still.
And I'll tell you, I'll break that down for you even further. That's got levels to it. He not only taking the beat back, right? He's not only taking the beat back, he's taking the gimmick back, bitch. He's taking the whole gimmick because they're doing Bloody Brothers. Bloody Brothers is the original Boondocks gimmick. They were talking about doing Bloody Brothers for years before they fucking gave Boondocks that gimmick prepackaged. And let me talk my Violent J shit real quick too before I get off. We got to get off this stream pretty soon because ICP is going to start streaming and I got to catch that shit. Let me talk my Violent J shit though, because I give Violent J mad ends because here's the other thing with Twisted. Twisted took ICP's idea, not fuck ICP's idea, Violent J's idea and ran with it. And they're still running with it. Blaze You Dead Homie. took Violent J's idea and he ran with it, and he's still running with it. Anybody Killer took Violent J's idea and he ran with it, and he's still run with it. All these dudes took Violent J's ideas gladly, and they're still running with it. But they got a problem with this man who gave them all careers for what? I don't know. They won't talk about it.
No, they won't. You know,
They'll
they
sneak
got
this. They'll sneak this the man. They'll sneak this the man who gave them their career. But they will not talk about whatever the real issue is, other than I guess maybe he bitch slapped Jamie one night on a Dark Lotus tour over some weird drunken shit. But I mean, homies get drunk and fucking do dumb shit. Get over it.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I've been saying that shit for years. You know, that's one of the, and not 100%, you know, but there are differences, there are exceptions, but that's one of the big differences between men and women. You get women, if they get a problem with each other, they will hold that fucking grudge, try to kill each other over and over and over and over and over again for the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
You got two guys, they will beef it out, beat each other bloody, and then sit and have a fucking beer and laugh about it.
Yeah, a lot of dudes are like that, huh?
So who's having the issue here?
So I here's the thing. Violent J, I'll tell you, Violent J feels betrayed. Straight up, I feel like Violent J feels betrayed because these dudes were his brothers, he thought. He put these dudes, and let me make this point too. He put these dudes on heavy. If you guys remember Amazing Jekyll Brothers era shit, everywhere they went, they brought Twisted. When they went to MTV, they brought Twisted. They went to Howard Stern, they brought Twisted. They put those dudes over heavy. And I think Violent J feels the type of way about that shit because he did put so much time and energy into that project. That's a Violent J idea. Straight up. That's a Violent J idea. That's a Violent J gimmick. Twisted. He said, call yourself Twisted, go on stage with this look, do these things, and you will get over. That's the point that I always go back to. Their idea for a group when they went to Psychopathic was ISI, International Superstars Incorporated, right? Violent J said, nah, that's a whack name. You're going to call yourself something else. And they worked on a name. Violent J came up with the name Twisted, though. So I just always go back to that. It's Violent J's idea. It's a lot of this shit, almost all of this shit comes from the brain of Violent J. So that's why I give that man a lot of respect because he deserves it. This is the godfather of this, the Duke of this shit. Esham's the godfather. Motherfucking Violent J's the Duke.
Yeah, no doubt. I got mad respect for ICP and everything they've done, and they've brought a lot of people up, you know, that probably wouldn't be there, probably wouldn't be where they are, and that whole crew. I mean, nobody can say for sure because you don't know, but it kind of seems that way, doesn't it?
I see Buzzkill said in the chat that single sucked. He's probably talking about that Bloody Brothers single. That single was not what I was expecting from Bloody Brothers. Certainly, that's got to be what Buzzkill's talking about in there. I just wanted to comment on that real quick.
Either that,
I wouldn't say it sucked. I wouldn't say it sucked. It's not good, but I wouldn't say it sucked. It's just like not the vibe I was going for. They were trying to go for a funny song, and I was hoping for some more wicked shit. Yeah, just catching up on the chat a little bit. Sorry, I was reading the chat.
Yeah, no, I've completely lost it. I got it sitting in front of me, and all apologies. Well, Bradiful can hear me. She's in the other room, but Buzzkill, all apologies, brother. I have not been ignoring you. Oh yeah, that's exactly what he was talking about.
That's what I thought. Yeah, I wouldn't call it whack. In my opinion, you know, he's entitled to his opinion, but I wouldn't call that shit whack. It definitely is not a good ICP song. I would not put it in the pantheon of best ICP songs. But to me, it's like they're trying something. And by the way Shaggy is rapping on that shit is funny as fuck to me. I think it's a comedy song that just doesn't hit right. It's not as funny as it should be for a comedy song. I think that's what the problem with that song. It's definitely a fucking, it's a song with problems. But I don't know if anyone caught. Let me promote the ICP Twitch shit before I get off here and go watch the ICP Twitch shit because they're about to go live here in a little bit. Did you watch ICP Twitch stream from Monday night?
Nope.
You should have, because it's one of the best fucking things ICP has ever done. If you don't know, ICP went live on their Twitch. Now, this could be a work. I talk about this on my stream, but they went live on their Twitch and they each made a song in 45 minutes and live streamed the whole shit, the whole process, writing it, recording it, picking the beat, everything. They made whole songs and you got to see that shit happen.
Damn.
Now, as a creative person, this is something I've wanted to see for fucking years, man. I've wanted to see this shit. I got to see that shit happen, like them actually make a song. And that shit was so fresh. If you're not watching these ICP Twitch streams, you're fucking up, straight up. These are some of the best streams that they've ever done. Please tune into the ICP network on Twitch, and I will keep putting over the clowns on everything I fucking go on, bitch. Yeah. Fucking whoop whoop.
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. All right. So I'm gonna take that as you're trying to get off of here.
Yeah, I gotta get off here. It's after 9 o'clock. They're gonna go live here soon.
Yeah.
Oh, and shouts out to the wind outside.
Dude, I can hear the rain.
Oh, is that rain?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I thought that was wind. I just heard some fucking shit rumbling against the window. Holy shit, it's coming down.
Yeah, I got caught in that
damn.
shit down in Bennington earlier.
Holy fuck. Oh, goddamn. I didn't realize it was going to be fucking downpouring like that tonight. Holy shit.
Well, again,
anyway,
we're back to, it's Vermont. Mother Nature's not good to us up here. She's all fucking head.
Yeah, it's spring too, so it's gonna be fucking weird as hell.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, so
all right, brother.
ICP Twitch stream coming up.
Yep. Oh, let me get my shit off. Let me get my shit off too. I'll get my plugs off. Humble Among on everything, motherfucker. Go follow me. My fucking @ is Humble Among on everything. Go type that in. Look for the green alien head. That's me. Hit the fucking follow on that shit. Hit the subscribe button. Humble Among on YouTube. You hit the subscribe button on that one, not the follow button. I have an EP coming out called April Fools tomorrow, April Fool's Day. It's produced entirely by Shaggy the Airhead. I paid him to fucking give me beats. Isn't that cool? Motherfucking Darby O'Trill's on a song. I paid him to be on a song. Isn't that cool? Shaggy the Airhead is on a song. Motherfucking, this shit is dope. I'm really proud of this fucking music. You should listen to it. It's going to come out tomorrow. humbleamong.bandcamp.com. I'm going to have a couple of limited t-shirts up there, limited sizing. If you want some Humble Among merch, this is your chance tomorrow, April Fool's Day. You're going to have to go there to get it if you want some shit. If not, I don't really care. I love you guys though. I love you, man. Thank you for having me on here. Thank you for all the support you've shown me, all the love you've shown me. I really appreciate it. And whoop whoop to all the motherfucking juggalos that might be watching this shit. I love you guys. You guys are my fucking friends and my family. I love you guys.
Fuck yeah, we love you too, brother. All day.
Yeah.
Every day. Well, we're gonna have to get you back on here at some point in the next couple of months.
Yep, certainly. Just let me know, man. We'll work it in the old schedule.
Awesome. So Humble Among, you got all his information there.
Everything.
If you're having problems, go to nohaters.com and all.
Yeah, he's got all my links on that shit. Facts.
Right there on his artist page. All there, all the links, everything you need. Well, I hope it's everything.
Yeah, that's everything. That's everything I wouldn't want to promote at this point, man. You got everything.
Some shit you probably forgot you had.
Facts, bro. I'm like, that's right. I do have a TikTok. I need to fucking actually do things on that again. I occasionally post stuff on TikTok. I think I posted something a good solid month and a half ago. So yeah, occasionally I'm posting on there.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Every once in a while, I'll look at something that she posted or whatever, and or that she shared with me. But I have time for like one.
The algorithm on TikTok is fucking weird to me. I think that's what weirds me out about that fucking app. I don't know if I like the algorithms on that shit. Like, it figures out, like you can see in real time almost like what it figured out that you watched a lot of, and it starts to feed you that shit on your For You page. It's really fucking weird to me. It's sort of it's getting to the point where it's like these algorithms are reading your mind almost, huh?
Yeah, yeah. And most of the time it's right on, but some of the shit it pops up for me, I'm like, what the fuck were you
Yeah,
thinking?
that's what I'm saying. Like some of that shit's weird because you watched it for a little bit too long, and they're like, "Oh, he liked that. He liked that. Give him monkeys in diapers. He liked that. He liked monkey in diaper."
No. In truth, I really am not fond of either one. I don't have
Diapers or
anything
monkey?
against monkeys.
Dude,
Monkeys are
monkeys are the
cute, I
shit. Are you
guess,
kidding me? I've
but
wanted a pet monkey since I was a little kid. One day I'm gonna be mad eccentric and I'm gonna have a pet monkey, and you guys are gonna be like, he fucking changed. He got a fucking pet monkey. What the fuck is wrong with him? He's on that Michael Jackson shit. And then I'll be sleeping in my decompression chamber and being like, nah, fuck all of y'all. I got my pet monkey. I'm set. All right. Dude, I'm on some silly shit tonight. I don't know if it's translating properly, but this has been
it's
fun.
all good. As like I told you, brother, this is what we wanted. This is how my
Hey,
streams usually are. They're not really like interviews, like solid. All right, we got this and this and this, and we're going to talk about this and this. No, it's I got a couple of things I usually ask, and this is exactly how it goes. It's just kind of progresses to whatever the chaotic neutral thing.
yeah,
It's
the
just
gimmick.
me, so it rubs off on everybody else. So awesome, I rubbed off on you, and awesome, you were you,
Pause.
which is what we wanted.
Hey, well, thank you for having me, man.
Well, thank you for coming, brother. And
Whoop whoop.
whoa, whoa.
Love you guys. Have a good night. Whoop.
Sound effects as we try and figure out how to get out of there. All right, so yes, that was awesome. Humble Among. We're definitely going to do that again. Don't forget, April Fool's Day coming out tomorrow is new EP. New Ouija Mac disc coming out tomorrow. There's all kinds of good shit coming up. Fuck Six Side show coming up the end of the month in Vegas. We're gonna try to stream as much of that as we can. We'll see how that goes. If not, I'm gonna try and record all of it. Hopefully, cross fingers, because we know how technology likes me some days. When it likes me, it likes me. When it doesn't, I'm just fucked. So anyway, nohaters.com. If I will post the link in here afterwards, and if you're on my Instagram, go to my bio, nohaters.com. All the artist information you can think of for everybody that's been on No Haters, links, whatever. And I'm kind of trying to update that, but I'll get more into that after the Vegas show, because all my extra time right now, especially shit's starting to heat up literally. Temperatures the days are getting longer. It's getting a little bit warmer during the day, so longer hours at work. I'm doing a lot of working and sleeping and preparing for the Vegas show, so I really don't have time to fucking much of anything else, which really sucks. But is what it is. I promise I will get back to it. One of the next things I have to do is finish up a couple of episodes of last season, in particular, and we're going to come back to Max for just a second because he was a guest on the Protomorphic episode. He was like a special guest. He was there hanging out, and I've got some special live stuff there that you can't find anywhere else. Freestyles that he did. I'm going to be posting those and whatever else. So, again, much love, and we miss you, brother. Fuck Six Side show coming up the end of next month, which is here tomorrow. April is tomorrow, April Fool's Day. And let's see what else. Support the underground. You know the drill. Follow, like, subscribe, share, ring the bell, do whatever you got to do, me and everybody else in this world, because that's how we do what we do. We're doing all this for you. It's not for us. Well, I mean, we make the music for us. The fact that you like it is awesome, but the fact that we're out here promoting it is, so you know the drill. Do what you got to do. and spread the word, spread the disease. So I've run off at the mouth enough. Love y'all, love y'all, love y'all. Whoop whoop. Next week, next Wednesday, I believe the 13th, I think. Okay, so that's not next week. The 13th, whatever week that is, because now I'm all messed up, is America's Most Haunted. Will be right here with me. Be fucking awesome. We got a lot of good people coming up. We got scheduled, not scheduled. We got 2HK. We got Why Not the Crack, and we got Mechanic. We've got all kinds of different people. Good stuff. Good stuff. Repeat offenders, because you know how that goes. And we're just gonna see what happens. You know, the chaotic nature of being me. So, all right, I've babbled enough. Love y'all, love y'all, love y'all. If I haven't said enough, love y'all. Whoop, whoop. And we will see you next time.